Hey y'all, Big Tim here. Thanks for tuning in for a very special episode of Old School and Bass with Big Tim. Today we're going to give some tips for the high school anglers that are going down to compete in the state championship down at Kentucky Lake. So I've talked to my very good friend Mark Pierce, who is the 2013 Bassmaster Classic qualifier, and he actually lives in Cadiz, Kentucky, down that way, and fishes Kentucky Lake a lot. And he is a Kentucky Lake, he is a guru down there. So he does very well. I just got off the phone with him a little while ago. Unfortunately, we were going to try to do a video submission, but I didn't think about this until this morning on my way to work, and he really doesn't have time to get it done in time for my submission. So anyway, he told me to tell everybody, actually, good luck, and that his plan of attack for fishing Kentucky Lake right now will be to fish a shad spawn in the morning, which means finding a hard surface like riprap or something along those lines, some sort of rock or very hard surface, and look for the little flickering shad. And if the shad are spawning, there are bass around, and chances are they'll be pretty big. You can throw spinner baits after them. That's what he'll be throwing, probably double willow spinner baits. Probably half ounce, and he'll also be throwing a swim bait, which I know the swim baits that he likes to throw are Big Bite brand swim baits, but you can probably throw some other ones out there and get big well too. He'll generally have a 5-inch swim bait tied on because he's generally keying for those bigger 4-pound plus fish. And in the afternoon, he would go and flip bushes. The water is going to be up in the bushes. They're expecting a lot of rain over the weekend. The mid-lake area, down around the 6880 bridge, there's a lot of bushes in the water. My dad is actually on the north end of the lake, and he's having difficulty finding bushes with enough water on them to hold fish. But you can find bushes that have enough water to hold fish. You just flip in there. Now, Mark's bait of choice is always going to be his hematoma, which is basically a black and blue Dean Rojas fighting frog from Big Bites. He generally throws the 4-inch on 20-pound fluorocarbon with a 9/16 ounce weight. He throws it in some of the deepest, heaviest bushes, and you just hold on. You wait for him to come and get it. Sometimes you may throw it in a bush and shake it, and other times they'll hit it as soon as it gets in there. But the bush bite is really going well for Kentucky Lake right now. So that would be his plan of attack. That should get you through. Consider in the morning, look for a shad spawn, throw spinner baits, rattle traps, rattle baits, swim baits, and you'll probably get bit by some bigger fish. Secondly, once the sun gets up, go and flip bushes. May even try stake beds. If you see the crappie stake beds, a lot of times if you'll flip into the middle of those crappie stake beds, there'll be fish in there too. As far as finding riprap, hard surfaces, the dam right there at Kentucky Dam Village is a good place to look. There's all kinds of riprap there. Right out the break wall from Kentucky Dam Village, that's a lot of riprap. Great place to fish. There's actually a lot of fish to be caught there too. Across the lake, over by where they work on the barges, directly across the lake, easy place to get to. Another great place, has a lot of riprap. Great place to consider looking for a shad spawn. Other than that, the next other place I could think about is down by the moors. That's not as large of an area, but there's lots of riprap. Just look for rock. The chunk rock. We're talking chunk rock that's put together and about that big around. That's what riprap is, in case you didn't know. Just kind of gray rock, man-made rock, and it's all piled up together. Look for that, and you'll find your shad spawn. As far as the afternoon bite, or later morning, I should say, once the fish get in the bushes, go to a back of a cove, back of a creek, and you'll find your bushes. The bigger creek will have the deeper bushes on them. Okay, so that's one tip for you if you're looking for a bush bite. Go to the backs of the bigger creeks. Sometimes you don't even have to go to the back to find these bushes. Sometimes you can just go, a third of the way back and find bushes that are in there. The next thing that you can do, if that doesn't work out, maybe it stays cloudy and the fish really don't get in the bushes too well, you might consider throwing some Carolina rig plastics around some secondary points back in creeks or off the main river channel. The fish are wanting to be shallow. They're wanting to go and spawn. Some have already spawned. You might catch some fish out on the ledges right now, but I think the majority of fish have not spawned yet. They're on their way back. And like I said, that's what Mark Pierce is considering, how he's going to fish his day. So if he's fishing shallow, you probably ought to be shallow, because he is a ledge guru. I mean, if somebody's going to catch him on the ledges, it's going to be Mark. So you might want to take that into consideration. So hopefully you guys can do well, go down there, have a good time, catch a bunch of fish, maybe place well in your state championship. But the biggest thing is go down and have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Fishing is supposed to be fun. Don't make it work. Don't make it miserable. Go and have a good time. Have fun. Enjoy every minute that you have while you're on the water. Enjoy your teammates. Enjoy your other competitors. And just go and have fun. So until then, hopefully I hear back some good news from y'all. But like I said, go have fun. Good luck. And keep tuning in. Thank you.